You cannot decide to be sick, but you can almost decide to remain sick. Before we talk about poverty, because if you say people can choose to be poor, it will be like an insult. But once again, you can choose. I want to talk to you about something which is very important, which can be a turning point to somebody's life if properly understood. Something important, something that you cannot skip, something that I believe to be a requirement before things can change in one's life. But I want you to look at the book of Genesis again, chapter number 31 and verse 14. Yes, thank you. We may stand for the reading of the word. 31 and verse number 14. Wow. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not counted of him strangers? For he hath sold us and hath quite devoured also our money. For all the riches which God hath taken from our father, that is ours, and our children's now. Now then, whatsoever God hath said unto thee, do. You may be seated. All of us, I'm quite aware that we are familiar with the story of Jacob. How was he blessed, if you can remember? How was he blessed? Exactly. Words were spoken over him by an authority in his life. And God blessed him simply because a godly man had blessed him. And after Jacob had received a blessing from his father Isaac, he moved on to a different location, because when God blesses you, the blessing has to manifest in a certain place, and that certain place has to be discovered. Sometimes blessings, they don't operate in every place. Blessings can be regional. Blessings can be geographical. Sometimes after receiving a blessing, you need to migrate and to move to the next place where your blessing can fully be realized. So it is very important. It is not wrong for a person to move from one place to another place in search of the most appropriate place for his or her own blessing. So Jacob is moving now to a place which was again given to him by the same man that had blessed him. Go to a place, there is a family there under the care of Laban, and there you shall marry. Isn't it amazing that the man that blesses you has also the ability to tell you and to advise you who to marry? Because the blessings of God is supposed to go all the way. What blessing is it for a man to drive the car that he enjoys and yet is married to the wife that he doesn't enjoy? So blessings are not all about having money in your pocket. No, there is peace that has to be introduced into the life of a person. the moment the blessing arrives upon you. So it's amazing that some of these things you don't realize them from the moment that you get the blessing. You have to work it out. You have to work it out. You have to work it out. I'm going to be throwing in some bit of testimonies, some of the things that I've personally gone through for me to be where I am today. Because some of you, you might think, I just started from here. No, I've seen much of it, and I've gone through a lot, and some of it, it can be shared, and hopefully I know you might get encouraged, and then maybe your faith can be restored, and you can believe one more time that God can do something about your situation. One of the things that I like about this God is that he doesn't go to sleep. He's a God that pays attention more than any other God. Of all the gods, I'll talk about that in some few minutes. If you can promise me that you will listen, because it is based upon what you hear that your life can change. I want you to hear something, because I believe in the power of the word of God. Jesus said already there's a prophet by the name Isaiah who prophesied about this generation and even their inability to comprehend the word of God. And Isaiah said the reason why they cannot hear the word of God, it is because the devil knows that the moment they hear, then they shall be healed. So the only way the devil can stop a person from receiving either his healing or his blessing, he stops him from hearing first. The reason why they can't hear, it is because the enemy doesn't want them to be healed, because if they hear, then they shall be healed.